Alright guys, it's time to talk about Thorchain or RUNE on the channel once again for the first time in almost 2 weeks, guys. April 28th was the last time we talked about this. Now, I will show you the April 28th candle in a minute. This is the weekly time frame. I do want to show you we still have a lower high here, basically in the making. So, while this was the low down over here in June of 23, that low came at 77.7 cents. Basically the low I would say was probably here at about 95.5 cents. We also had a low here at 96. So basically that's the same, I would say. Now, let's expand this just a little bit. What you can see basically is we have kind of a Bart Simpson here. Now, a lot of times we get Bart Simpsons the opposite way. And especially with Bitcoin, guys, a lot of people get a little bit fearful when they see the Bart Simpson play out. Because they know it's going all the way back down to where it came from. Now, if that's what we're talking about, we're looking at $5 probably. But that is nothing really technical, I would say. That's just, what it typically does if you do see a Bart Simpson on Bitcoin or maybe another crypto, really. But anyways, let's look at this in a more technical fashion now, guys. We have spent... what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 weeks basically. Just say 14 to 15 because it depends when these candles closed or so. Because this is a weekly time frame, it's not a daily. But yeah, basically about 14 to 15 weeks. So we're talking about 3.5 months we have spent down here under about $1.41. I always said, guys, once it got above $1.41, we were going to explode. Now, that's what we did. I'm a little bit surprised, though, to see that we are exploding above $2 right now. But the market right now looks very good just across the board, guys. So, I'm kind of sad I didn't have much chance to pick up more RUNE lately. But hey, at least I have something. And, I have enough. My wife also has a little bit of this herself as well. And, yeah, let's see what this does now. I mean, we're just above the $2 threshold, which is kind of a psychological, resistance as well. You have to imagine, $1, $2, $3, $4. These will all be psychological resistances. There will be traders that will be looking to pick it up under $2. So, for example, someone may wait for $1.91 because they see this video and they say, hey, that's the weekly support. Maybe I'll wait to see if this comes back. Now, it may never come back. It should, if it wants to retest it on a weekly time frame. But it doesn't have to, guys. Now, let me put this on a daily time frame. And... April 28th was the last time we looked at this, and it was right here. So we were knocking on the door, and we still had to knock on this door several more times before we dipped and then exploded. So, yeah, daily time frame, we still haven't closed a candle above this mark either. Keep in mind, though, these are weekly resistances and supports. I usually mark, my daily resistances or supports in orange. And I haven't marked any dailies because it's just really hard when you have such a big chart, guys. I mean, we can go back for years on RUNE, and, I could do it, but, the weekly resistances are more important, so that's why I haven't really marked it off. So, anyways, last night we basically sealed the candle above $1.41 on a weekly time frame, like I showed you a minute ago. So we sealed it basically up here at $1.76 was where it ended. And yeah, so we'll see if we can, close a weekly candle again above $1.91 when it comes to Sunday, Monday again this weekend. And yeah, it looks like RUNE is just, it's on the move, guys. Now, let's look at the RSI and the Stoke. Let's see what we have here. Now, we are getting into the overbought region on the Stoke on the weekly time frame. So, now the RSI can still run up. That looks pretty good. Let me look at the monthly time frame. Okay, monthly is very oversold on the Stoke. It is slightly pointed up here on the RSI, so that's okay. Let me go back to the daily. Yeah, overbought basically on the RSI and the Stoke, so that's not so good. Now the 4-hour time frame coming up out of the oversold territory on the Stoke, and it is kind of flirting with this, overbought region, just kind of, bounced off it again. So we'll see if it comes back or not. Now the 1 hour, it is overbought as well. Looks like it's going to cross and go to the downside here on the Stoke. So yeah, both don't look that good. And yeah, overbought basically on the RSI and Stoke. So yeah, I mean, basically, if you're betting on a pullback, guys, I would say, if you're going to buy this, maybe put in an order down here at $1.91. Wait maybe on about a 10-cent pullback. Now, it could even come under this resistance and kind of bounce along this for a little while before it breaks. So yeah, just have to, make your own decision, guys. But that's what I would say if you were looking to buy this, because it is a little bit overheated right now. I want to also take a look at the MACD. Let's look at the MACD as well, guys. And yeah, on a daily time frame, let's go back in history here. Well, okay, that's about 1.28. So we're a little bit above zero actually right now. But in all of history, yeah, 2.27 it looks like is the highest the MACD has ever risen to. So we got a long way, guys. Now, weekly time frame, let's just look at this like this. So yeah, we're pretty low, but we are getting some green bars here, as you can see if I zoom in. So yeah, it's starting to get green. And yeah, I mean, longer term time frames, MACD looks fine. Looking at the tokenomics of Thorchain, guys, you can see that the max supply is 500 million. And basically, there's 351 million circulating. The total supply right now, which has been created, is 425 million. So that is extremely low, guys. I would say probably the average is like 10 billion tokens for most normal, projects and things. So this is extremely low. Now, taking a look at the all-time high, it's almost $21. So you're getting about a 91% discount at the moment. And yeah, I mean, that's not a bad deal, guys. Now, keep in mind, this is a highly, highly risky crypto. And the reason being is that they're in bankruptcy. So I think it was about 200 billion they were, in bankruptcy or something like this. They owed their creditors, or so keep that in mind. Now, I think it will get out of bankruptcy. I think it may not, but I think they can probably, give the creditors the rest of the, remaining, supply. They can probably create more of the supply, of course, and give the creditors, I guess. Now, this is just my idea, but I imagine, it could happen. And that would make the creditors probably, happy for now, and keep bankruptcy away. We'll see what they do. I don't know. I didn't find any articles on this recently, so I don't know if they have come to some deal. I don't think they have, because this would have probably popped a lot more if they did. So I do think once they make a deal, you will see this pop probably several dollars. Now, what we see on Bitcoin here is kind of a rising little wedge here. It's not really what you want to see. But, look at this. We also had kind of a rising wedge as well, and we popped to the upside. Now, at the moment, there's only one more resistance, basically, to get through. That's a daily resistance. If I go back in history here, you can see we haven't closed a daily. Let me zoom in and make this a little bit more accurate. But we haven't closed really a daily... Yeah, above, let's just put it right about here. About 106, 155. Let's just keep it there. I think that's as good as we're going to get it. But, the all-time high, guys, according to Binance, is 109, 588. And, yeah, I think if we close a daily above this, we're surely going to see a new all-time high very shortly after that. Now, CME Futures, put this on a weekly time frame. It does look like we might have a small gap, a really, really tiny, tiny gap. maybe from the end of this wick to here. So that's probably, it's maybe $200 or $300, guys. So I don't think it's a significant gap. We might not, fill it. We might fill this later, maybe in the bear market. But yeah, it does look like we do have a tiny, tiny, tiny gap. Now, taking a quick look at Ethereum, guys, you can see basically it held this trend line, and we did get a surge up, and we have cleared this Fibonacci level now already, and we are working on that next level there. Basically, we can call it the level. I know there's numbers for it, but I always forget the numbers. Anyways, guys, it looks like it's making a flag on the 4-hour time frame here, and basically I measured that from here to here, and it looks like this should carry us up to the top of this Fibonacci level here. And yeah, that's what, 27, let's just say 60. So we may do something like this before we break it, may consolidate, and just have to wait and see. But it looks like it should surge up probably about another $160, $170 or so, guys, on Ethereum. Total market cap is working on 1.25 trillion, so this is actually nice to see. Dominance is going down and pretty strong once again, guys. Now, we have to take out this 2.5-year trend line here. Let's see if we do that. I don't know if we'll do it today. It would be nice if we did. But after that, guys, we have the 60.46%, I think, to take out. Then we can start to celebrate. Now, the dollar is actually going up, and that's kind of strange because usually when you get a weaker dollar, you get a stronger Bitcoin. Now, the quarterly returns, guys, look at this for Bitcoin. When we had a horrible quarter in Q1, we made up for that. Now, Ethereum, this is really, really crazy. It's almost made up everything that it's lost from Q1. Liquidations basically is just under 400 million, so it's still fairly high, guys, but it's almost equal on both sides of the coin. Now, we have a 70 again for the fear and greed. We've had that for 3 days now. Yeah, 3 days in a row. So the altcoin season index shows a 27 still. Not sure why we're going down, but I think this will be updated probably soon. I tried to refresh this right before the video, and it's still 27. Now, the sell at the top indicators, all 30 have not been hit, and still 100% hold. Now, if I zoom in on the Pi Cycle top indicator, guys, again, what do you see? Do you see it going up now or what? I think it is starting to curve up with the orange line, but that's just my opinion, guys. As to the economic calendar today, nothing is, really going on, but tomorrow we do have CPI. Wednesday we have a couple of speakers. Thursday is the big day, guys. We have PPI, we have jobless claims, we have a couple of manufacturing indexes here. We also have Fed Chair Powell speaking. We got industrial production numbers. We got Vice Chair, Barr speaking. There's just a lot of things going on Thursday, so be prepared for Thursday. Now, Friday, we do have Michigan numbers, and if those are wildly off, it can affect Bitcoin, guys. So we did see this, come to fruition about 2 months ago, where the numbers were just totally off. So if you remember that time, yeah, keep that in mind. Now, the odds have actually moved up for no decrease in the interest rate, so keep that in mind. It was at, I think, 17% on Friday when this closed, so now it's, back to 11% or so to those that believe we're going to get a cut. And Cryptobubbles, guys, looks pretty good. Everything across the board is green, so that, this is really nice. I don't see any reds. Maybe just Flare here. And this X alt and yeah, PAXG. So those are the only things. Maybe this too. This is Gate token. I have a lot of Gate token actually, but it's just slightly red. Anyways, the rest of this is green. Looks very good. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, the last time I was looking at Akash when I made a video here on this PC. But yeah, if you want to, stake your coins, just go to Coinondo and click on Earn. They have pretty much every coin here. Now, keep in mind they don't have some exchanges like BitGet, so yeah. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and if you want some of the exchanges below in the description, be sure to check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.